Many times, women assume they know everything there is to know about men, but what leads them to believe this is social media's assumption that men are simple to understand. For this reason, I decided to conduct research, and what can I say? I should tell you that there is a long list of things that men would like you to know about them. But honestly, these are things that they will never discuss with you directly. In fact, I'm pretty sure that you haven't heard about most of these things before, especially the last one. Therefore, pay close attention to this video to find out what are the things men wish women knew. Men enjoy pleasing their partners. Women frequently complain they are not afraid to share their dissatisfaction about their partner. The truth is that your man cares about your happiness and joy, but they won't know what you want unless you tell them, because so many women are uncomfortable discussing their preferences and dislikes. If you can express your desires to your man in a way that doesn't hurt their feelings, they will listen because they know they will only feel good if you feel good as well. Men distract themselves when their needs aren't fulfilled. Partners need to work together to meet each other's needs, because if a man doesn't feel loved and appreciated in his relationship, he may look somewhere else for satisfaction. For some men, this may mean getting lost in their work, while others may become stuck on Netflix or video games. In worst cases, they might start to think about other women as well. That is why it's crucial that you listen to him and try to actually understand his needs and desires. At the end of the day, men want to be heard and understood, just like women do. Of course, the same should apply to you as well. This way, you will be able to fully understand each other and live a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Men can commit seriously. Men can definitely commit, but they are also known for being hesitant and careful when it comes to making lifelong commitments, since they plan to spend the rest of their lives with the woman they marry. While men may take a little longer to commit because they want to make sure that they are in it for the long haul. Based on data and research, men do appear to be more serious about marriage. This is why they are taking their time and are hesitant to make a decision. So, if your man is hesitating to marry you, it is not necessarily a bad sign. In fact, about 91% of men who are already married said that they would remarry the same lady if they could. Men tend to miss subtle cues. If you want to make sure your guy gets the message, be direct with him and don't wait for him to play the guessing game, because that is something men are the worst at. They really have a hard time distinguishing the hint you may be giving them. Men are more likely to miss subtle, sometimes obvious signals like the tone of your voice or body language, and they are especially likely to miss unhappiness on a woman's face. To be honest, not all guys are like this. Some of them are actually really good at recognizing cues, but for the most part, this is not the case. Men value intimacy. Okay, so this might not be a surprise for many girls, but most men think about intimacy at least once a day. In reality, men fantasize about physical intimacy nearly twice as often as women do, and their fantasies are much more varied. But thinking is not the same as doing, because everything just happens subconsciously. Also, contrary to popular belief, most men find intimate closeness to be more fulfilling in committed relationships. This is due, in part, to the fact that long-term partners are more adept at pleasing one another than fresh couples are. Also, men have a way better experience with a partner who they have deep emotional feelings for, and the same goes for women. Men like when women initiate. Simply put, don't be afraid to let your guy know that you're in the mood. Letting him know you're in the mood may lead to some of the time that you initiate romantic acts, which may result in a higher level of satisfaction for both of you. Most guys feel like they always initiate intimacy or romantic acts, but they also enjoy being pursued, and even if they don't say this, but they still wish their partner would like to take the lead more frequently. This doesn't just apply to intimacy, but also to other activities in the daily life. This could also be something like coming up with new ideas or initiating plans for the weekend. Whether it's intimacy or something else, ideally both partners should initiate equally when it comes to these things. Men like to get compliments. I'm sure you remember how it feels when you are receiving a compliment from a guy you like. It makes you feel better about yourself and increases your interest in him as well. Well, believe it or not, but the exact same goes for men. This doesn't necessarily mean that you should compliment him just to make him feel good about himself or manipulate him. Your compliments should be genuine and used only when you truly mean it. It could be related to something he achieved, or you could just express your gratitude towards him because of his gestures or actions. Men demonstrate their love without words. It's no secret that women like hearing that they are loved from their partner, but men are quite different in this aspect. Of course, they also enjoy hearing this from their partner, but men's brain works in a different way. They think that doing something nice for you around the house, or cooking for you when you had a long day, or simply doing something that makes you happy is significantly more important than simply saying "I love you." At the end of the day, a lot of men would rather show their feelings through actions than words. Men tend to get confused emotionally. As one wise man said, men truly don't understand how they are supposed to feel, and that is so true. There might be a certain situation where men are just simply not able to decide or evaluate how certain things make them feel. In some cases, they might act in a way that comes off as inappropriate or rude. However, the truth is that they don't do this intentionally. This has nothing to do with you as a person, and this shouldn't even stand in the way of your relationship. Of course, this might not be the case always, and this also shouldn't be an excuse for us either. But the bottom line is, this is how we are. When we tell women that we don't know how we feel about something, or we are not sure why we did or said things in a certain way, it's usually true. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing.